What is going on, everyone? This is another Spotlight series with yours truly, ACK. Today we have another good country artist here with us today, Tim Goodin. Tim, what's going on, man? How are you?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. It's a beautiful day out here in Massachusetts. Nice sunny 60 degrees out, I believe, today. So can't complain with that.
Yeah, that's about what it is here in Alabama too. Which is great for here
No,
because when it's hot, it's hot.
no, exactly. And hey, I'll tell you, I'll take the heat and the sun all day over the snow. So it's fine with me. So anyway, might as well just jump right into everything here. So I'm just gonna, before we do jump into it, actually, why don't you just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, just so we can kind of get a feel for who you are.
Yeah, man. I was born and raised in Eastern Kentucky. Was a fourth generation coal miner. Then that kind of went down the gutter. Really ended for me in 2015. You know, the place where I'm from is pretty hard hit. When I started in the coal mines, I graduated college in 2010. I went full time. There was roughly 30,000 coal miners in that area, and now in 2015, it dropped down to like 3,000. And so, I mean, there wasn't a lot of opportunity. So, then lost my job in the coal mine. The company went bankrupt, and then ended up moving to Alabama in 2017, I think it was, and been here ever since.
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, no, I don't know if I know anyone down in Alabama. I have a couple of friends down in Missouri and Texas and stuff like that. So pretty much all around like the same area, give or take.
Right.
Definitely a big, probably, I'm assuming definitely a big country scene down there in Alabama.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'm just now starting to get into it really. I played a lot of shows in Kentucky and then moved down here, just kind of focused on my career and then didn't put much emphasis on the music part. So now I just started TikTok. So I'm just trying to, now that COVID seems to be kindly winding down, be able to
exactly.
start to get out and gigging and stuff. So that's hoping that it'll catch
No,
traction.
exactly. And I mean, TikTok's definitely been like a huge thing during COVID and all that, with everyone like blowing up here and there and stuff like that. And that's actually how I ended up finding you, was on TikTok, seeing a couple of your covers and stuff like that. And then I went over to Instagram and was checking out some more of your stuff. And then I think the one that actually really hit me was, it was an original that you did a cover of. Not a cover, obviously it's your original, but you did like the little video of it on Instagram. What was it called? Help Me, I believe.
Help me. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, you wrote that about a friend of yours, correct?
Yeah. That was the first song I was ever a part of writing, really.
Yeah. No, and
That was,
that one, like, I just heard the words to that one and it just hit me different, just because that's how I started writing, was when my grandfather passed away. That was like one of the first songs I ever wrote, just about kind of like the hard times, like with that and stuff like that. So I
mhm.
definitely reminisced with that one a lot.
Yeah, it's a good outlet, man. Be able to put thoughts down and make something out of it.
No, exactly. And I mean, that's like where a lot of my music comes from when I write, is just from pure emotions and just stuff like that, whether it's happy stuff, whether it's sad stuff. And it's a good outlet just to kind of jot your stuff down and write it, even if it doesn't even form into a song, at least just kind of like
Right.
write it out there, and get it off your chest.
Yeah, I got a lot of half songs that I just
Oh
never
no,
put out
trust me,
there.
I got plenty of those. I got notebooks full of half songs in there. There's probably stuff in there that I could write into a hit record right now, honestly.
Yeah.
And especially, like, I was just cleaning some stuff out the other day and I found an old notebook in there, and it was just like, I was like looking through some of the stuff and I'm like, oh, there's actually some good like little bits and pieces in here I could actually start working with.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
kind of obviously we're talking about like you with like the coal mining and stuff like that, and like resituating and stuff. But so how did you get into music? Like, where did that all start for you? Like, how did singing like come around and all that stuff?
Well, I've sang my whole life, sang in church, grew up with my mom and papa, and singing in church, and didn't learn how to play guitar until I was going into my senior year of high school. And I'd always had a guitar, but I never could play it.
Yeah.
So I thought, man, I'm going to learn how to play a guitar this summer. So I pretty much locked myself in my bedroom going into my senior year of high school. And I had a little how-to DVD. So I learned G, C, and D. And then I threw in an E minor. And then I learned how to play It Ain't Easy Being Me by Chris Knight. That was my first song. So,
Oh, cool.
uh, once you learn how to play, then you got to learn how to play and sing at the same time. So that took a little getting used to. But I've just been playing ever since, man. More of a hobby than anything.
No, that's awesome. And I mean, yeah, no, it was definitely a hobby at first for me when I started writing a few years ago. And then like even like I just I bought the guitar too, like when I was probably it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago that I bought it. And then like you said, like I just kind of started watching YouTube videos and just
Mhm.
all that, and I started getting into it a little bit. I mean, I'm not the greatest guitar player out there, but I can strum a couple of chords here
That's
and
how I
there.
feel about it too. Yeah, I'm not the greatest, but I can get by in a pinch.
No, exactly. And that's cool. So did you find like any inspiration, or did someone like really like motivate you or encourage you to kind of like get out there and like start posting more videos or anything? Or is this something like that you just kind of like you said found like as a hobby and was just something fun for you to start doing?
Oh yeah, my wife, Leanna, she pushes me. She's the one that pushed me to play my first show, which was, kind of a train wreck. But I had really bad stage fright when I was starting out, and
Hmm.
my first show was in like uh, a little place called RS Shaved Ice. I remember in Middlesboro, Kentucky. It's not in business no more, but they had me out and I played in front of like 12 people, and 10 of them was family, and I was scared to death. And then, it just kind of, went on from there. But she was the one that kind of kicked me in the butt and told me to get out there and do something that I was pretty good at it. And then she's been this ever since we moved to Alabama. She's been pushing me, hey, you need to get out there, get out there, get out there. I was like, well, what the hell? Let's give it a go here.
No, exactly. No, and that's awesome. I mean, honestly, like when someone just like, I mean, because like when I heard your stuff, I was like, this dude's like, he can be a star. Like you have that like old school country vibe, and that's where kind of country's trying to push back to a little bit. Like
I
that's what a
think.
lot of artists like Luke Combs and like a couple of other artists are like trying to do is get back to that old style country. And especially actually I was just listening to an old not an old one, but an old country singer per se, not old if he ever watches this, God forbid. My boy Travis Tritt, Smoking a Bar. He just released that a little while ago, and I was listening to that. That's definitely a jam. But
uh,
you just have, like I said, you just have that like old school vibe that like really is like kind of like how country started, and that's just like that's the stuff I love is like the older country is like just
mhm.
stuff, and you have that vocal for it, and you can cover a lot of things, which is cool.
Yeah, man, that's what I grew up on. 90s country, man. That's my sweet spot right
No,
there.
exactly. No, and I mean, I was born in '97. I'm 24, but I mean, just like that '90s and like '80s and even early 2000s
Hmm.
is kind of just like where I like reminisce with a lot of country music.
Right.
So kind of like speaking on that, who are some of your like inspirations in the country music business?
Man, Travis Tritt's big for me. Alan Jackson, George Strait, Dwight Yoakam. I mean, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard. Just the normal. Hey, this is my list. Travis Tritt's probably my. Uh, just because my voice just kind of naturally leans in that direction, so I'm
Yep.
naturally drawn to his music more than anything. But Alan Jackson is a big one for me too. I always loved Alan Jackson, and
Mhm.
the newer ones you got, Chris Stapleton. He's pretty good, to say the least. He's fair. Then you got Jason Isbell. I mean, I tend to of the newer artists, I tend to gravitate toward the really good songwriters,
Yep.
who are also phenomenal singers, but the storytellers is what I like.
No, and exactly. That's exactly how I write too. Is like I always want to tell a story. Like just you want to start at the beginning of the book, you want to just go chapter by chapter kind of, and then just at the end you want to give them that ending. And it's just
Hmm.
you just want to get people engaged into it. You want them to read the not read the whole story, but you just want them to like figure it all out. Just kind of like watching a movie or like reading a book too. Like you just want them to follow along with that story and like picture that, you know.
Hmm. That's right.
Um, yeah, no, so that's cool. So kind of that obviously kind of leads us into our next question. Is like your creative process when you start writing. Like, how do you start writing a song? Like,
It-
where does
it-
like all that
it's
start for you?
it's so random. It's so random. I could be driving down the road and a line pops into my head, and then I have to remember that, and then I'll get home and try to put a melody to it. Or uh, me and my wife will sit around the kitchen table. We've wrote several songs just sitting around the kitchen table and having a drink, and then something magic happens, and it just comes together. And then like one song I got called "Take You There." We was watching HGTV one night, and it was House Hunters International. They was in Italy, and she's like, "I want to go there." I'm like, "Well, I'll take you there." And then like 10 minutes later, I had a song. I mean, it's just so random. If I could figure out how to bottle it and drink from that bottle and just write a song, I would. It's like it's
No,
so.
exactly. No, and I'm like the same way too. Is like sometimes I'll be driving down the road and like something will come to me. My biggest thing is in the shower. Like I'll just be like singing random words off the top of my head in the shower, and then all of a sudden, like bam, something comes to me. And then I always just get like right on the phone and like I'm always writing down those little words or lines and stuff. And then eventually, hopefully, I'll end up coming up with something.
Yeah, my notepad on my phone is full of one-liners to try to think of something.
No, that's exactly. I always write things down on the phone just because I always use my phone 24/7, so at least I just have it down right there for me.
Hmm.
Um so kind of like I know you said like when you like do covers and sing and stuff like that, like you definitely lean towards more like some artists compared to other ones, but kind of like what everyone likes to know is what makes you different compared to other artists, like what makes you Tim Goodin compared to like some of like these other upcoming artists and stuff like that.
Uh, I'm not really sure. I mean, I just my biggest thing is that I've really tried to push myself out of over the last few years. My wife has really been pushing me. Is I was always bad when I cover a song to imitate.
Mhm.
I would do it subconsciously. I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was always trying to imitate what that singer sounded like instead of just singing how I sing it. So I've really been pushing myself to just find my voice and how I sing songs. And I
Right.
mean, I'm not glitz and glam. I'm going to sing a song for you. If you like it, great. If you don't, that's great too. I'm
No,
not.
no,
Kind of
exactly.
my
And like
attitude on it.
no, I know exactly what you mean. No, and it's cool because I can definitely like see like now that you say that, I can definitely see in like some of your covers and stuff like that that you are trying to put like your own spin on it and like kind of like get away not get away from like the whole original, but like you're putting like your touch on it,
Uh,
which is cool. So kind of like with that being said, kind of I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I've been doing too many interviews lately, but what are your goals like as a musician and like where do you want to go with your music?
Man, I was talking to Leanna about that, and I was thinking, I've kind of set myself a timeline. I don't care about being rich and famous. That doesn't interest me.
Mhm.
What I want to do is right now, within 2 years, I give myself a timeline. I want to push myself. I want to build my social media following, just gradually build it up
Mhm.
where I can generate a little bit of income off that.
Yep.
And then I want to gig 4 or 5 nights a week. And then within 2 years, I want to be playing music for a living. I don't want to, I mean, I love my job, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. I want to play music. That's what I want to do. So hopefully within 2 years, I can reach that goal. And if not, maybe I'll be a little closer than I am now and we'll still be working towards it.
No, that's awesome, man. And I 100% support you. And like if you ever need anything or like you want to always work together, I'm always down for that because like you definitely have that cool sound that I love, and you could
Appreciate
definitely play in all those shows. And that's what's hard about the music business is like going out there and playing the shows and putting yourself out there is because the music business is just so hard unless you get heard by that right person. I
it.
mean, it's a struggle for a lot of unsigned like independent artists and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of people revert to TikTok and Instagram and stuff now just because that's kind of like what's helping people blow up.
Right. And my career goal is check out Chris Knight. The dude, he plays mostly acoustic shows. He plays 150 shows a year. And he's well known enough as a songwriter and his ability, but he's making a good living, getting to live back home on his farm. And, he could probably still go out to eat and not be bothered by everybody coming and going. So, I mean,
No,
that's
exactly.
that's the goal. That's where I want to
No, exactly. And I mean, hey, you're ever up in Massachusetts or anything like that, up in the Boston area, I'll get you a couple of shows here and there for you, for sure.
be. Yeah.
Definitely come back to the fire pit out back and just jam out too. It's always a I know I've actually just saw an artist the other day. He was like down, I think he's in I want to say he's in Kentucky, and he's actually like doing like live shows in people's backyards and stuff like that now too. It's just something kind of on the side for him just to do like
Yeah,
live and make a little income on the side, you know?
that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
steal
Like a
it.
backyard, like people having backyard barbecues and stuff like that. Like just hey, can I come over and play this little
Right.
guitar, microphone? You know, it's just something. have a live little band at the barbecue or something, like backyard family barbecue. It's a cool idea.
Hmm.
When I saw that the other day. So yeah, I know you don't have anything out on like Spotify or Apple Music or anything just yet, right?
Man, I've got I don't even really want to tell you, but I don't want to really draw anybody to it. I've got a EP that I put out years ago, man, like 7 or 8 years ago. That it's acoustic. It's not very good quality. But I mean, it's some original song. If you just want to hear the lyrics of it, it's on iTunes and stuff. But that's it. And I'm working towards. I'm wanting to finish up 3 or 4 more songs, and
Mhm.
then actually pay for a really good studio and get a good cut made of those songs, and then start putting them out. Hopefully within maybe 4 or 5, 6 months, something like that, and then be able to
Awesome.
have something to push.
Yeah, no, awesome. And that's what I was gonna kind of say is like, what can we expect from you like in a few months down the road? So I'll definitely be tuning into that, and I'll definitely blow that up once you start putting that out there for sure. So kind of getting towards like the end of the interview here, which is like the good part, is because obviously everyone wants to hear you, and I want to definitely hear a good song from you. Before we get into that, do you want to just kind of like tell people where we can find you for now, like besides like Spotify and stuff, like just kind of like on Instagram and TikTok and all that, what's your handles and stuff like that?
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it's all Tim Goodin music. YouTube is just Tim Goodin. Got a few full length songs on there, a few full lengths on the Facebook page, and then Instagram and TikTok is like the 1 minute condensed versions of any cover. So I mean that's where I'm at. Get on there, check it out, follow. Uh, you know, I'm always, if you comment, I'm probably going to comment back just because I appreciate it and enjoy the interaction. So
No, for sure. No, definitely. Like I said, people, if you like that old school kind of country vibe, storytelling and stuff like that, check out Tim. He's good. He's not even good. Good's not. I shouldn't even use good. He's amazing, very talented artist. Definitely got
shit.
to go check him out.
Appreciate it, brother.
So, what do you got for us today? Because I know you said you'd appreciate doing a little song for us here.
Yeah, I got a song me and my wife wrote together. Probably 6 or 7 years ago. We were sitting around the kitchen table, drinking Southern Comfort, and smoking Marlboro Lights, and then so this song came about. It's a sad song, but I'm drawn to the sad song. So
No, I
it's
am
called Miss
too.
You. It's called Miss You When I'm Sober.
Ready?
I got some more friends with me. Southern Comfort, Marlboro Lights. They're the only ones that help me drown the sorrow I feel when your memory comes around. Well, everyone tells me, boy, that's all I see. And all I want right now is to feel 3 sheets to the wind. They don't understand this pain. Why can't you just pour this whiskey down the drain? Baby, I miss you when I'm so. So tonight I'm gonna drink till this heartache is over. Stop by to see you again. Laid your favorite flowers there on your grave. I still can't believe that you're gone. It's so hard to see your name chiseled in stone. Baby, I miss you when I'm so. till this heartache is over. Baby, I miss you when I'm so. So tonight I'm gonna drink till this heartache is over. I got some old friends with me.
Awesome, man. That great song. I was getting a little. I definitely, that one hit me. I felt that one a little bit.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, no, like I said, people, I mean, you just heard it there. I mean, Tim Goodin, I mean, definitely he brings that little kind of like soul and rasp a little bit, and he just has that storytelling vibe. It's just it's cool, man. It really is. And I definitely can see you definitely doing some big things down the road for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. No, and then I mean, like I said, who knows? Maybe someday down the road we'll end up collabing, and I even have some showcases coming up. I'd love to have you on there. I know more people will definitely want to check you out on there too.
Absolutely, man. I'm down for anything, whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll give you some more details on that once I start kind of getting it all together and stuff like that. But that's another Spotlight series by ACK. Tim, thank you so much, man, for coming on here, and we appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.